Good Erev Shabbos, Parshat Beshalach. Welcome back to Parnasa Insights on the Parsha. We'd like to welcome our Torah Anytime listeners and other listeners around the world. So Parshat Beshalach, Kriyas Yamsuf, the drama. We're at that tension point. Bnei Yisrael, they've left Mitzrayim. There they are, the raging sea in front of them, the Mitzrayim behind them. So what is it you do? What do we all do? At a time of tzara, we turn to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, we daven, and we have these powerful words that we find. Vayomer Hashem el Moshe, Ma 𝗀𝗧his ''h𝗀𝗧'', why are you crying out to me? Daber el bnei Yisrael v'yiso. Go, move, just do it. And we all know, we've all heard this question asked, what's going on over here? What do you mean just go and do it? Ma 𝗀𝗧his ''h𝗀𝗧''. HaKadosh Baruch Hu saying, why are you davening to me? Of course we have to daven to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and we've heard many different answers and understanding what was taking place and what we can learn from it. What I'd like to suggest here today in the context of Work Inspired, how we can understand a lesson, an important lesson when it comes to our work, when it comes to our careers, is the following. We have a very fascinating Gemara at the end of Kiddushin, a teaching from Rav Shimon ben Elazar. The Brisa tells us, you may be familiar with this if you've ever either made a siyum of Kiddushin or heard a siyum of Kiddushin, where the Brisa says, Rav Shimon ben Elazar says, 𝗍amai lo 𝗀𝗧i tzvi kayetz v'ari saval 𝗀𝗀𝗃𝗃 v'hein mefarnasim shelo b'tzar v'hein lo nivrao elu l'shamsheni v'anivit nivreisin l'shamash 𝗀𝗃𝗃 Ma elu shelo nivrao elu l'shamsheni misfarnasim shelo b'tzar v'ani shenivreisin l'shamash 𝗃𝗃 eino din she'esfarnes shelo b'tzar. Okay, translation. Reb Shimon ben Elazar is saying, I've never seen in my life, I've seen many things, but I've never seen a deer, right, who's involved, right, in drying out figs. And I've never seen a lion that's involved in schlepping and carrying out figs, right, and a fox that's out there in the shop and he's selling things. And if we look at all of these animals, something that they have in common when it comes to the animal kingdom, right, is that they have their parnasa, HaKadosh Baruch Hu provides for them, shaloi b'tzar, in a way, right, without suffering. For now we'll translate tzar as suffering. Right, but what about me? What about myself? Right, I was created to serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu, right? These animals were created to serve me, so shouldn't it be that I too should be able to have my parnasa in a way that doesn't have tzar, that doesn't have suffering? Now this is a huge comment, right? It's commonly understood in one way, and the truth is that in the base medrash program here, B'ezras Hashem, you'll take part, right, of the global chaburi, of the opportunity to be able to see this inside. We spent a long time in this Mar Makom to really understand what was it that Rav Shimon ben Elazar was saying about work. Right, it's classically understood as saying perhaps that work is a curse, work is a bad thing. Tzarich iyun gadol, we have to look into it, but that's not going to be our focus right now. What I want to focus on is more about the animals and the jobs that they did. What did we see? We saw that Rav Shimon ben Elazar says, I've never seen a deer, a tzvi that's been involved in drying out figs. And I've never seen a lion that's been involved in schlepping out figs. Now when I was learning this sugya of work, right, in my own journey, involved in the chabura that I teach here in the base medrash, so this particularly caught my eye for two reasons. First of all, because it's about work, and second of all, because it's about the tzvi and the aryeh. My name is 𝗀𝗧his, so for me, I've always been on this personal journey of understanding the deer, understanding the lion, and here it is. Why is it these animals? Have you ever thought about this? If you've seen this Gemara before, heard this Gemara, it could have been anything. Perhaps the gorilla, the monkey. We know that those are the ones that they're able to function higher. Why is it specifically these animals that are involved in these types of work? So as I researched this topic, I came across an amazing explanation, an amazing insight really into this Mar Makom from the Lubavitcher Rebbe. And the Rebbe says in one of his sichos that he says that when it comes to our avodas Hashem, you have the role of the tzvi and you have the role of the aryeh. What's the role of the tzvi? The role of the tzvi, as the Gemara says over here, is to be involved in drying out figs. And what that represents, right, is all of the effort that we put into hachana, into preparation. Right? That before we do a mitzvah, before we go out there, right? Before we're involved in whatever we're going to do, right? We're strategic, right? We're yidden, we think, right? So whatever that is for you, whether it's from the world of Hasidus, from the world of Musar, we don't just do something, right? But we learn about it and we think about it. Perhaps we say a tefillah about it. So that therefore, when we're involved in something, right, we're coming from a place of being prepared. And then there's the world of the Ari. And the world of the Ari is just taking it and getting it out there. Taking it and getting it out there. The one that's carrying it, schlepping it out. And in avodas Hashem, the Rebbe says that what this means is that sometimes you just need to do. Sometimes you got to just stop with all of the hachanas and just get out there already. Something needs to get done. And this is so relevant, especially if you're listening in, and you're blessed to be a parent. There's always this experience. I make jokes a lot on this Parsha share about this, but it's just validation for everyone else. You have like what we think needs to happen, all the hachanas, what we imagined, what we experienced when we were, a bachar, we were in yeshiva, we heard a story of the way things should look, and all the hachanas of how we want to make things happen, how we can imagine that this Leila Seder is going to be, how we can imagine the Kiddush is going to be, how we can imagine the Limud, the Seder of Limud is going to be. And then there's sometimes just get on with it. It's just not, if you sit and try to make it a certain way, nothing's ever going to happen. And what the Lubavitcher Rebbe speaks about is the requirement for each one of us to balance this and to know at what points we need to be involved in preparing and making sure that it's as the best way that it could be, the tzvi, and at what point we just need to say, just get it out there. We need to be involved in it. And this is such an important lesson as well when it comes to work. When it comes to work, when it comes to careers, there's the realm of preparing, right? There's the realm of, is it good enough? Am I ready enough? Is my product, is it optimized enough? Is the marketing enough? Is the branding enough? Is the copy enough, right? There's always that question. And what you hear, right, from experts in the field, right, is that sometimes perfectionism is going to stop you. It's going to stop you from success, right? It's going to stop a person, right, from pursuing their dreams. It's going to stop a person from being able to make the impact that they could make, to be able to go for that job interview. Is the resume good enough? I don't know. Show it to 3 people, 4 people, have AI analyze it. Maybe it's not good enough. Sometimes we just need to get out there. Sometimes we just need to say, just put it out there. Right? And this is what the experts say in a lot of different contexts. Just get it out there, even if it's not perfect. And we need to understand this balance, and I think this is one lesson we can see right from this week's Parsha, when 𝗀𝗃 says to Bnei Yisrael, okay, you davened, you did, I heard, just do it. Just do it. Move. And sometimes we need to have in our own lives, right, that 𝗀𝗃 or that Moshe Rabbeinu, that mentor, right, that friend, that Rebbe in our lives that tells us like, okay, it's good enough. It's good enough. Just get it out there. Hashem should give each one of us, right, the clarity to know within our own lives, within our own careers, within our own jobs, right, to know when we need to focus on making it better and when it's time to just take it and just go and do it. Have a good Shabbos.